I'm back. Episode 2. We're gonna practice again. Heck yeah, let me get this quote and get this speech. Alright, I've thought for a little bit. Let's get into it. 13 cough drops. That's how many I must have had before I walked into the audition room for the Old State Choir. Now, I was very, very nervous, and I almost didn't even audition in the first place. But I did. I went in there, I was so scared, and I don't even remember what happened in there. I stepped out, and then I waited a couple months. I made it in. I went to Old State. That's great. And that brings us to our quote of the day. Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. If you want something, go get it. Period. From Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness. Now, this means that obviously we can't let someone else tell us what we can do, but it's also we can't let ourselves tell us what we can do. And we can't let those close to us tell us what we can do, because we never know what we do until we try. And my evidence for this interpretation is the film Inside Out, the film Mean Girls, and the author Mary Shelley. Now, let's begin with Inside Out. Inside Out follows Riley in her move from Minnesota all the way to San Francisco in California. And this is very daunting for her. It's very hard and it's very sudden. But she moves, and she has this very tempestuous, tumultuous mind in this move. And she is letting parts of herself tell her that San Francisco is bad, California is bad, she shouldn't be here. But eventually she finds out the truth that she can still play hockey in California, she can find new friends in California, and she can find community and what is important in California. And that really shows us that even though Riley let her own mind limit her and let her own environment limit her, she found a new world in California and a new life. Now, moving forward, we also have the film Mean Girls. Mean Girls, again, follows a move, but this time from Africa to America, following Katie Heron. Katie Heron has never been to a school, and she steps into high school taking calculus as her first actual class outside of homeschool. And this, again, is very daunting for her. And she's in a new environment where she doesn't know what she can do. And she also lets herself limit herself because she thinks that she needs to be with the popular people. She needs to be with Regina. She needs to be with Gretchen. She needs to be with Karen, instead of with the people who really valued her in the first place, with Damien and Janice. And that shows how Katie, even though she was never in this environment, chose the perceived safety of popularity. And eventually she came to realize that that wasn't worth anything outside of a community that values authenticity and that values what made Katie happy, what brought laughter and what brought camaraderie. And this all shows that limiting ourselves to think of external validation in popularity isn't good. We need to focus on what we can find outside of that. And moving forward, we have our third piece of evidence, which is Mary Shelley, famously known for her novel, Frankenstein. Now, Mary Shelley also faced a lot of external limits to what she could do safely and what she could do socially acceptably. And even though she was prolifically young as a writer, and she made Frankenstein at only the age of 18, it was hard for women to get published in the 19th century. It was hard for her specifically to exist as a writer. And Mary Shelley, as an author, really could only become that not from seeking external validation as a woman in the 19th century writing books that wouldn't give her external validation, but writing for writing's sake because it made her specifically happy did bring her validation. Exploring that imagination of created monsters, of science, and of new plot lines brought Mary Shelley to the forefront, and it brought her success. Not from seeking that external validation, though it did come, but from looking inward and creating introspective art. Now, to conclude, we should revisit our quote. Don't ever let somebody tell you what you can't do. Not even me. If you want something, go and get it. Period. From Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happiness. And we really can't look outward, and we also can't look inward. We have to find out what we can do. We have to try. We have to experiment. And I encourage you to try. Thank you. You know, I feel like that was kind of better than yesterday. I don't know. It was Shakira in Zootopia who said, try everything. Don't give up. Don't give in till you reach the end. And then start again.